Hey guys, I was kind of just gonna disassemble this thing. I just kind of want to take the cap off to see what's kind of inside and what kind of modifications a guy could do, or put some actual better parts on it, or something. Because I really want to change the steering motor because it's just kind of obnoxiously loud and kind of annoying. I have an old Traxxas remote control that I want to see if I'd be able to put the motor inside of it to get rid of this horrible noise that this one makes. As you can see, whenever you turn, the motor just, I don't know, I'm not sure how it exactly works, but that's just super annoying, and it seems like it's drawing a lot of unnecessary power. I mean, but don't get me wrong, for the price of this thing, I can't really complain too much, and it's got lots of power. I just removed 2 screws underneath to get that off. Then it looks like there's just some screws here, and then the body will actually slide forward. I got the 2 screws off in the back here. Oh, there we go. So we got the 2 headlight plugs, charger. Oh, trick is not to. See if I can wiggle that out. Yeah, not a big deal. Unclip this. I think this is either a charger of some sort, or it's for some sort of add-on for a camera. I seen on one of the Wish ads that there's one with a camera on these ones. There's just 2 screws in here, and then I'll be able to get a better look at that steering motor. Okay. Okay, I got this all off, and see right now that this is just like it's just a little tiny motor that just continuously spins. It doesn't, it's not like kind of like in the high end remote control cars where they just like they move a little bit and then they stop, and then they can do what do you call it, they can go like, they've got variable steering, whereas this one's full tilt or nothing. So I'm gonna guess that there's probably magnets in here, and then when the motor spins a certain way, it creates resistance, which then turns the wheels. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and take off this and get inside here and see what's actually going on. Okay, so I took it apart, and these guys, it's kind of like a gear reducer, and then this came off of this gear here came off of the motor, and then this thing's got these on there, and then it's got 2 of these little tiny things. And the way how it works is they go on that propeller right there, and then when the motor spins super fast, it creates friction. It's basically like a friction clutch, and when it spins out like there, it catches on this disc, which then spins it backwards and forwards, and then makes the truck steer. Now, looking at this, I also really like this truck because it's so simple, and it like uses like real stuff, like a real military truck that would be like kind of like this would use very similar stuff. Like, it's got U-joints inside of there. It's got ball joints, and just the way how the whole overall design of the stuff you can see with your eye without taking it apart just looks super, super cool in my opinion. But I definitely think that if I really wanted to, could put a little motor in there from a better RC car or whatever and make it work. And I think even these connections are very similar to my Traxxas one. So I'm going to grab the motor. I'm gonna grab the Traxxas or whatever and take it apart and plug it into here. The only thing I'm worried about is if it's got too much power and if it snaps stuff, or maybe it won't even work with this thing at all. That's kind of what I'm worried about. And because since this thing's just full tilt or nothing, because that's just all the way. But another thing I'm wondering is if I can get my Traxxas remote control to work with this, or even put my Traxxas controller in this truck and make that work somehow. That's another thing I could do. But yeah, I will. Yes, I got it back together. Somewhat. And for anybody wondering how I'm doing this, I'm a mechanic, so this is easy peasy for me. It's everything's a lot lighter. Everything's just held together with little screws instead of, big bolts and rusty bolts and whatnot. But yeah, I'm actually like really liking the design of this thing. Now, how the electronics will hold up, I will probably find out tomorrow, because I'm probably going to give it a little bit of water and just some mud and stuff or whatever. I'm going to take it out in a gravel pit, shoot some good footage, hopefully. Now this is the tricky part, putting this thing back together with this spring and these arms or whatever. That's probably going to be the funnest part. There we go, she works again. I got curious again and I wanted to have a look at the motor. So I took the box off. It's only four screws. And it gives us also a better look at this rear diff here. It's so cool. Looks like it's got real metal leaf springs, and the plastic, I guess it would serve as a spring too, but it's so cool. But here's what I really want to look at. So this is pretty much just a pretty generic, simple motor, I think. I wonder if we can upgrade it or not. I'm just gonna take this plate off here to get a better. Well, never mind. It's all connected as one piece. You see this? If I move the drive shaft, it's all in one piece. It must be glued or pressed in there or something, because it's all one piece. When you move that axle, just translates to the motor and everything. So I don't think you can. You might be able to, but it's not really worth taking all of it apart. But I'm going to look into actually swapping a whole new drivetrain into this, because I think this thing is actually really cool. I'm definitely going to do that steering box upgrade for now, but this is actually a really powerful little motor for now. See how long it lasts before it burns out or whatever. But these diffs are also plastic. I even seen on Wish or whatever, you can get metal ones. And even the metal one was it was pretty much the exact same design as this, but metal, a little tiny bit different or a little bit more heavy duty. But And also, if I were to up the power, I'd have to get new drive shafts, because these are just very cheap, loose plastic or whatever. But I don't know how much power that would actually hold up to. But, yeah. Just gotta put this back together and show proof that it still works.